being here.
Thank
It's
you
really
for
good to
having
meet
me.
you. So, what is the name of your dance team?
My dance team name is called SSW Dance.
Okay,
Yes.
so where are you primarily located? Just Davenport?
Davenport, downtown Davenport, yes.
Okay. And so can you tell me a little bit more about your dance history and how you came to have this idea? And then also tell me a little bit more about like your mission for your team.
Okay, so a little bit about my dance history. We gonna go way back in time. So I was like, yes, I was in third grade, and I used to make dances with my auntie like all the time, like downstairs in her basement, or we'll go in her room, and she'd be like, "Essence, just follow me, do the 1, 2," and I'm like, "Okay." So I'm like doing it with her, and we're like going back and forth, and like I just caught on really well. And then she was like, "Essence, you got to do your elementary talent show," but like I was very, very shy, so I was like, I don't know, like I didn't like to be around people. I was very antisocial. I was very to myself when I was younger, but now like I'm a social butterfly, so like I love talking to everybody. So she's like, "No, you need to do it. Like I'm gonna choreograph your dance for you, and you're gonna learn it. You're gonna practice, 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 and you're gonna do so good." So I'm like, okay, whatever. And my mom, she got me a little tutu. She got my wardrobe going. I'm like,
You did it by
okay.
yourself?
Yes, by myself, and that was a lot for me. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm
I mean, I remember when I used to do that, and like we did, but I always have my two, three girls. Like we always have like little groups. So I'm like, no way.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
so hey,
Yeah,
kudos to you
for real.
by yourself.
And yes, it was very nerve wracking. But when I went out there, like I could not believe it because before like the curtain even opened, they were like, "Essence," they was all cheering. I'm like, who? Like me? Okay. So like I'm kind of feeling it at that point, like before I even start dancing. So that's what happened. So I did my third grade talent show, and it turned out really well. Then I did the talent show next year. Then I got into a dance group down here called Imani Dancers, and like they like did a hip hop, like they had like a little hip hop section. Our choreographer was Laderick Gamble, and so he would do like local performances, and we'll go around and perform everywhere. And I just loved it, like being like with the dance team
Right.
all the time. And then from there, I did Imani Dancers. Then I switched over to another dance team, but they're in Moline, East Moline. It was called Rush Hour with Curtis Bell
I've heard of them. Yeah.
and Juan. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so they were called Rush Hour. Then they changed to Reflex.
Okay.
So I started dancing with them, and all the time, like then they told me about like conventions, like all over, like the world, like LA, Chicago, and basically their hip hop conventions, like Monsters. Like that's the one that I normally went to, but I only went once a year. But I didn't know like other dancers they trained every single day. Like I didn't know that, And so every time I went, but I would still get a scholarship to go. Like I was still like one of the best in the rooms, and I'm like, I really have a gift, and it was very natural when it came to me. Like even with like learning stuff from like other people.
Yeah.
And even if I didn't have it, I was always a person, and I say this to my dance students to this day, fake it till you make it. Like if you don't got it, you better act like you got it. Because that's, some people are drawn to that. Like, okay, like they don't have it, but they're giving me something. Like it's giving, you know what I'm saying?
That like myself with competition.
Yeah.
If you miss and you get off count, you do whatever. You better make up for it with your face.
Yeah.
Like, you better get that.
You better give until you
like,
get back on count. And I said, I don't care. Like when I first teach something, I don't care if you hit the last pose, but that last pose better be magnificent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, yeah. So anyway, so I started with Rush Hour, and they're now called Reflex. But they taught me a lot, and I was younger, so I was like 12 at the time, so they gave a lot of the information to my parents. And so my parents would take me to these dance things, and like famous choreographers that choreograph for like Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, anybody you can think of.
Right.
And I was learning, and I was taking from them, and when I was like, dang, like I actually like what they're doing, so I'm like, at the age of 12, I was like, I want to do this. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I want to do this. So a lady inboxed my mom, because my mom, she started this fan page for me on Facebook called SSW. And she just put all my dances and everything that I did on there. Anything that to do with dance and me, recorded it, put it on there, me dancing, everything. And so this lady inboxed my mom and was like, hey, can like your daughter teach my daughters how to dance? And like it was 2 of them. And I'm like, I'm 12 years old. Like, is she really gonna trust me? Like, with that, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, like, also paying me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at a young age, I really didn't understand that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know where to start. I don't know what to do. But when I taught them, I'm talking about downstairs in my basement. My basement is finished now. My basement was not finished. We had like this little mirror and like a little dance stage. Not even like, probably like this big.
Yeah.
Nothing. And I started off with 2 students in a basement that was not done, like concrete. You went down there, it was dusty, crusty, whatever you think of. And then from there, my mom posted that I was teaching these kids at a young age, and more people like gravitated towards it. I don't know what it was.
Shout out to mom.
Yes, shout out to her. Like she's such an amazing. Yeah,
like that.
she does. And still to this day, like she's my manager. So like, and she be on it. Like she does a lot for me, and I really appreciate her. But yeah, and so they just start coming and coming. And you know, obviously businesses, they go up and down, up and down, up and down. So I started with 2, then I got 6, then I went back down to 4, then I got 8. Then I got 14, then I got 20, then went back down, I had 10, and then now I'm back up, and I have like 30 plus students a week, probably more.
Right.
So yeah, that's how that kind of started, like, you know, from the ground up, you know, just being 12 years old and people seeing something in me and a light in me. Then I start with my dance team, I start giving them opportunities. Like I'll get contacted from a lady that like, her name's Kim Tyler, and she like works with like the Chicago Bulls. She's like the entertainment part. Like, okay, this is what we're doing for pregame. I have to have like the pregame people, and then like, you know, halftime, if you guys are going to do the halftime show. So like this year we're going to get a playoffs game. So I'm excited for that. Yes. Okay. So yeah, that's in the working, because we were going to do a game, but she's like, you know what? I couldn't do it because I got other conventions that we attend as a dance team,
right,
which is this hip hop convention called Chaos, and you learn from all the choreographers in the industry. They back up dance for Chris Brown, Travis Scott, like anybody you could think of, really. And so I'm just like, well, can't really do that. She's like, okay, well, there probably gonna be some playoff games, so you know, I'm gonna keep y'all on route. Like, yeah, y'all gonna do a playoff game, so fingers crossed for that. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna get into that. And we've done Bulls games. In the first time I choreographed a Bulls game on the court, I think I was 14 or 15, one of those, and I choreographed it all by myself. And she was the lady, Kim Tyler. She was just so amazed. Like, I can't believe you're this young and you're doing it. And the reason why I got that connection, because I went to like a dance class that she was like hosting, but she was like, okay, if you get the dance and I see that you got something in you, y'all can perform at the halftime, you know, the pregame for the Bulls.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, well, shucky ducky, like, let's get to it. Like, let's get into it. So, you know, the dude was teaching, he was teaching fast. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, like, you better have it right. Like, he's only going over one account at a time, and it's like, you better have it.
They do it. They say, okay, ready, next, let's go.
Yep.
Keep going.
Auditions, like, that's just how they do.
At the front. You better hurry, leave your spot at the front so you can be right there.
Yes. So I had to get the choreography right, and this person, like the choreographer, I can't remember his name. I don't really know who did it, because she was like the host. Like, she's the one looking, sticking out people. Like, yep, I want you, I want you, I want you. So she's like, I need these ladies to stand up. It was me and 3 other girls. And I'm like, hold on. This is the time. Like, I couldn't retain choreography, but I could at the same time. Like, and it's very nerve-wracking. And she's like, face the other way. And I'm like, girl, you know dang well, like, but I did it. Like, you know, you put your mind to something, you can do it. So that's what happened with that, and how I got that connection with her. And from there on, like, she's always like, over the years, like, hey, can you do this Bulls game? Can you do this Bulls game? She always makes sure she got us right and straight. Like, she really makes us feel like we're special in the type of way. Like, you know, when we go out, like, some of the groups be looking at us kind of sideways because they like, who are they? She be like, SSC, come to the front, let's go. And like, they just be like, who are you? And why are you here?
Right.
Like, you're not even from here, but like, I'm here though. You know what I'm saying? Right. So,
and that speaks volumes.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
Wow, that's so amazing. So, what, 8 years now? Then that you've been team?
Yeah, 12. Yep. 20 now. Yep.
8 years. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
so,
it is.
You've stayed local. What do you love about your city? What's keeping you here?
I would say just the people, the community, my dancers specifically, like, because it gives them an outlet to go, somewhere to go. Like, I have middle schoolers and high schoolers, and, you know, during those ages, you get into stuff you probably not supposed to be getting into, because, you know, like, you're young, you're curious, you want to try certain things, do certain things. So it's like me knowing that, okay, every Wednesday, sometimes Thursdays, and sometimes we have practices like that, especially with the competition team. I know that's not enough time for y'all to be doing what y'all don't got to do. Like, you know, you ain't got no business doing, like. So, and it's crazy to me because I actually have a guy, like one of the boys on the dance team. I have 4 in all, but 3 of them are like the little kids one, and like the 4th one, he's the older one, and he's a junior in high school right now.
Okay.
So it's like him being a young man and like still pursuing what he wants to do, and like, you know, a lot of young boys down here or young men down here, like, they might be like, what do I look like doing that? Like, I'm doing me, I'm doing out here, or they're into like basketball or whatever like that. They don't really think like dancing is thing. So shout out to him. His name's Xavier.
Yeah.
And shout out to him for like just keeping that and keep going. Like, he's been doing it. He has a real passion for it, and it's like he makes sure he's at practice. He makes sure he's on practice on time.
Yeah.
Like, he makes sure he works to go to these certain conventions and everything like that. And to the girls too, but it's just shout out to him because he's the only guy. And
you know, unspoken pressure there. So yeah, shout out to you.
Yeah, for real.
I remember seeing lots of male dancers come in and leave.
Yeah.
Based off of, one, you're surrounded by a whole bunch of girls, and you know, these things, one, also may not be easy for you, and then you got everyone else watching you giving their judgments. So it takes a lot of courage to put that to the side and continue to do it and be driven about it.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
And like, I think one thing is, like, with me, like, me and all my, like, we're very much family. Like, they think of me, like, they don't even think of me, like, it'd probably be awkward for them to be like, yeah, that's my teacher. Like, no, like, that's my sis, like, that's sister, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's just very, I don't know, like, it's very like humbling to know that I have like not this type of power or control, but I have a certain influence on it. And it's a great influence, it's a good influence, like nothing bad. Like, you know, we have talks too, like, it was not just all about dance, it's a family. Like, hey, like, you know, with the girls, I might, you know, they might have some situations, they come out, hey, Essence, like, what do you think, this and that, like, and it's great to know, like, they want my opinion, and vice versa with the boy, like, vice versa with him. So it's like,
you do build for sure. I mean, that's probably one of the greatest things of growing up dancing. It's like me and the girls I grew up dancing with, lifelong bond that'll just kind of talk all the time. We don't see each other in a long time. Like, it's that we went through our worst. All those 6 a.m. practices.
Oh my, them 6 a.m. practices.
And then you had to be like lifting with the football team, and in high school, can you imagine?
No, I remember.
So we went through the mud. Have them hard practices together. We had, you know, our bad times together. So to have like a strong foundation as a coach and as a leader, and they can feel comfortable and safe with you, like, that sets the tone for how they go through life too. You know, giving them the lessons of teamwork and hard work and, you know, loyalty to people. So
100%.
That's amazing. I applaud that. And, I mean, how many have stuck with you from like the beginning?
So
Or like some of your longest?
my longest, one of my longest, she's like, she's been with me since she was in elementary school. I think was 8 and now she's 15. She's a sophomore in high school, and man, she is dope. She just went to nationals and she won second place, like in Florida, like out of all these people. Like, she's so dope. Like, and people think like, because we look so much alike and our hair is alike, like everything, like, so she's my assistant also. So when we go places, because I teach other places too, like I might teach in Chicago, Madison, Kansas, so she'll come with me, and they'll be like, and sometimes she won't be with me, and they're like, where's your sister at? Or they come to my mom and be like, where's your other daughter at? And it's like, my mom be like, well, that's not my daughter, but now we just go along with it because everybody thinks everywhere we go, like, we're sisters. And it's like when we do videos and it's just us two, like, even my family's like, I didn't know which one was you or which one was Essence. But yeah, she's the OG for sure. Yeah, she's been there the longest for years.
Watch that.
Yes.
8 to 15, like those are some crucial years.
Yes.
That's amazing. It's probably been amazing to see.
Yes.
So, I mean, obviously you're super proud of your students.
Yeah.
What's your
100%.
proudest moment so far within these, last 8 years?
Man, I would say my proudest moment is just knowing that I'm giving them an outlet. And not only that, I'm giving them opportunities to be seen by major people in the industry. And for them just to be like, because some people gravitate towards certain people. So like, if one of my students, like, they went somewhere and they showed out,
Right place,
and they
right
showed up,
time. And you do.
Hey, who was you? Let me grab you. Now next thing you know, they on a TV screen somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like my proudest moments are living, like, not living through them, but like seeing them and knowing that I'm giving them those opportunities, and not only them, myself, those opportunities. Like, how many people can just go out and choreograph on a national basketball like team, like world known team? Like, how many people do you know that? Like, so it's like certain things like that I would say that I'm definitely proud of. And not only that, I have auditioned for things and I have gotten certain things that got me to that next level too. So it's like, I would say my proudest moments are with them and giving them opportunities, and not only them, myself as well. So yeah.
Advantage of all things. Put yourself in the right positions, because networking is everything, and for your students to learn that at a young age as well. Like, these are all like amazing things that will stick with them throughout their life, and even if not every single one of them hits a screen one day, it is going to transfer into a different passion or a different aspect of life where they're going to succeed in that. Just because of these,
100%
foundations that they have.
Yes.
So you are one of probably the only dance teams around here doing what you do, and like how you came to it. What do you think would help entrepreneurs like you?
Like you just said, networking. You can get somewhere just by knowing somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, say that since me and you just met and I know you, and I'm like, hey, like, I know this girl, she has this podcast, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of entrepreneurs, so it's like when they be like, hey, Essence, like, do you know anybody like for an interview or something? Oh, I have this person, I know this person, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, just networking with people is a big thing. It's a major thing, because just by knowing somebody, knowing what they do, and if they genuinely like have a good heart and really mess with you in a type of way, they'll get you over there. Like, one of my dance friends from out of town, her name's Mia Muggs, and she just on tour with Little Baby. And me and her aren't close, but we knew each other throughout the years, you know what I'm saying? Like, just would be in LA and stuff. But she has very close friends that she lives in Chicago now that she's with. But she put her closest friends on to a Little Baby tour just because they like, she told us, like, just literally this Friday, she was like, yeah, they called me and they was like, hey, Mia, you need to do this Little Baby tour. I need you to pick 3 of your friends. Okay, I want this, this, and this. And she picked 3 of her closest friends that she really messed with and she knows can do the job and is up for the job. So it's like, just by networking and knowing people, and even people in your community, like, Here, a lot of people throw events like, example, Tracy White. I don't know if you know her, but she throws like a lot of events good for youth and older. Yeah.
She's amazing.
She is amazing. Yeah, shout out to her.
Yes, shout out to you again.
Yes, shout out to her. Like, yeah, some networking for sure.
Yeah,
100%.
that is one of the top things that helps entrepreneurship, especially within a community, and to inspire others to try what you're doing if they have a passion about something, and to give it to others, because one of the great things about being a coach is you have a passion for dance, you love it, and your students feel that confidence through you. And, like, they gain that confidence through you. I mean, I remember feeling that way when I would go to conventions and someone like, I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe this person is up here teaching this right now. But like, they're up here doing it. So
yeah,
so
100%.
yeah, what can we do? And that you give that to all of your students, and that's an amazing thing, especially because they're our future.
Yeah, they are. It's all about bringing the youth up for sure.
And like you said, you're keeping them out of harm's way, out of trouble. If you too busy dancing, you ain't got time to be out here.
Ain't got time to be doing nothing else. You better be hitting that 1-2 step in your room.
Exactly.
Like, for real.
No, that's amazing. Gosh, I wish my daughter was. I never want to say I wish she was older, but I wish she was a little bit older. So I could have her do it too.
100%.
She will one day, but
yeah,
we'll see what she gets into. Oh, this has been amazing. I'm really happy I learned more about it. I mean, I've known about your team, and like I said, you stood out to me for so long. And my little cousin Sanaya,
yes,
does her thing there. I know Mila is in there probably tearing it up too.
Mila, oh my gosh, I love me some Mila. Mila will come out, and she just comes out, and when the music starts playing, like, Mila be running.
I've already known.
She be running around the thing, and I'm like, Mila's so spoiled.
It's funny because her and my daughter are 2 weeks apart.
Oh wow!
Actually,
oh,
Jasmine and I were due on the same day.
Wow!
Yeah,
that's
so
crazy.
I had my daughter one day early, but she had her 2 weeks early. So getting them together is great. But yeah. So I mean, I can see your work through Sanaya, especially when I see all of her videos.
Oh yeah, she be getting it. She gets it for sure. Yeah.
What events do you guys have coming up now?
So for competition team, so competition team, basically I pick the dancers that I know are going to be determined, the dancers that I know that are mature enough,
reliable,
all that good stuff, that also put in the most hard work, and they're mostly my older kids. They're middle school and up.
Yeah.
So 7th and up, and I take them and we go to certain dance conventions. So we have a dance convention coming up called Chaos. So we're gonna put together a little dance, and then we showcase it. So we have that coming up. Then we have a Bulls game coming up. Then we have, I don't know if you know, do you know somebody named Juno the artist? She's a artist, but we have
like paint artist,
musician.
Oh, okay.
Musician, yeah. So we just did about a minute ago, like a couple of months, around like 8 months ago, we did a music video. She's in LA and stuff. She's very connected. She's very, oh my gosh, an amazing person. And I didn't know, she used to be my babysitter when I was younger. Like I found that out not that long ago. And she like works with like top tier people in the industry, like Fifth Harmony. Like she used to work with Camille. Cabello. I can never say her name, but yeah, like she's really close with her and everything like that. She, so she does all that stuff. She's an artist, so we actually have a performance coming up with her too, as a team. Yes,
that's super exciting.
And then we got other conventions as well. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on.
Gosh, do they let old people in there? Let me stop. I'm not.
Yeah, I was gonna say there'd be like 30. Like you'll be surprised. Like dancers. I feel like we got like a younger look. Like we always look younger, but like people be out there, you're like, yeah, I'm 32 and I'm married. Like you wouldn't even know. They look 18.
Yeah.
So it's like it really is like that, 100%. Yeah.
Start doing that, because that's the one thing that I've been I've wanted to keep dancing like on an adult team.
Yeah.
But there isn't one, you know, and I'm like, I don't want to
100%.
have to travel to Chicago all the time to go take some classes if I want to, you know. 'Cause you see all them videos from, you know, LA, Atlanta, like all these different places where
They just have it, yeah.
studios where people can just go and learn choreography, record it, control this and that, and like I want to do it so bad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, granted, I'll be able to be more in an environment like that soon.
Yeah.
Next year to be able to do it, but I might have to try out some conventions.
Yeah.
Talk to you
For
about
sure,
the
yeah.
ones that you're going to. Well, Essence Wilmington, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I
Amazing.
appreciate it.
And we will be
Yes.
back. We will be back to see one of her performances too.
Yes. No problem.